Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. It's daily news time. It's back, baby! After another day where we missed it. Apologies. I promised you we'd be here. We weren't here for you. I owe you better than that. Loyal YouTube subscribers. We're nearly on 300,000 subscribers, and oh my days, do we want suggestions for if we pass the 300,000 subscriber mark, what type of video would you like us to do? What would you like us to do? Let us know in the comment section below. But we are here for the daily news, as already mentioned. Adrian Rabiot. Adrian Rabiot, that's the big news at the moment. Came out about 24 hours ago. Again, apologies. Liverpool apparently, according to ESPN, have made contact with his mum, which is nice, isn't it? It also happens that his mum is his agent, which is ace. Jurgen Klopp apparently has already had a conversation. I thought he learned this. This is something, you know, he got his fingers burnt a little bit with the Virgil van Dijk. I say a little bit, he did. He got his fingers burnt badly with the Virgil van Dijk stuff. But you know what? Rabiot has come out and said, and I'll quote this actually at the bottom. I think it's at the bottom of the article. I would love to play in the Premier League, not necessarily one club in particular, even though I was very fond of Liverpool when I was young. And he said this last October. He's got a year left on his contract, so he could leave PSG at the end of the season. Now, interestingly, I look on news now quite often, and you know, you see the different clickbaity headlines that everyone comes up with. And I'm not saying we're not partial to a slight clickbaity headline every now and again. But my word, I saw one on there today, and it was, in fact, let me see if I can find it, because it was an absolute belter. Let's have a little look. Something about a 23-goal midfielder. And I did click it because I was wondering who this... Yeah, Liverpool make first move to sign 23-goal midfielder by shoot.co.uk. Yeah, that's Rabiot. He scored 23 goals in his career in total in like 200-odd appearances, and they've used that as the headline. I was like, who is this guy? Oh, it's Rabiot. I knew this one. That's bad. I mean, listen, you know, again, we're not averse to massaging the title of our videos on occasion. But that's downright, that's just terrible. Terrible, 23 goals. I mean, it's true, which is annoying. But anyway, listen, we could face tough competition from Barcelona. They're looking to go in for Rabiot. Chelsea apparently are looking to go in for Rabiot as well. It's a guy that Jurgen Klopp has already been interested in. Apparently he made a bid for him when he was at Dortmund as well. So his interest has stood for a long time. And we know Jurgen Klopp likes to go for players that he's already scouted, and he sort of gets a player in his mind's eye. And I'm not moving on from that. I will get him eventually. Sadio Mane was one of them. I think he looked at him when he played for, I think it was RB Salzburg, wasn't it? When Sadio Mane stayed there. We know that he liked Salah for a little bit of time. Oh, no, in fact, sorry, Salah wasn't one of them. And yeah, you know, Virgil van Dijk, obviously that's a case in point as well. Let me know your thoughts on that, whether you think he's good enough for Liverpool Football Club and this midfield, or whether you just think he won't play because Fabinho's not playing. Let us know your thoughts on that in the comment section below. England are worried about Dominic Solanke's future as Jurgen Klopp continues to overlook young striker at Liverpool. Tell you what I'm worried about. England injuring all of Liverpool's senior players. That's what I'm worried about, AD Boothroyd. Now, no, it has nothing to do with you. You're the under-23s manager. But a little bit of tit for tat on this one. Stop injuring our players. Yeah, and then you'll be able to talk about the likes of Dom Solanke, because it was absolutely fine when he wasn't getting game time for Chelsea when he was banging in goals in the Under-20s World Cup. But now that it's the Under-23s, the game time thing is an absolute issue with him not playing enough games at England. Now, listen, I'm being a little bit harsh and I'm being a bit of a bell, to be honest with you, because what he's talking about is the development of young players around England and the fact that they're not actually getting into these Premier League sides to get the minutes that he needs them to be able to flourish on the international stage. And I understand that, and I agree with that, to be fair, to AD Boothroyd. It is right, you know, but young players don't just have to sit on the bench. Young players can go and be loaned out somewhere else. Young players are getting game time. You know, I think Dom Solanke last season, if I remember correctly, it was way over 900 minutes that he played. So it's not like it was only 5 starts, but it was over 900 minutes that he played because he was coming on in a lot of games. Now, yes, it's not the amount of starts is ideal, but he was getting game time. I imagine he's still going to get game time this season as well. Maybe it's not going to be as much as last season because Daniel Sturridge is now back. And you know what? He's got a fight on his hands. If he wants to play and he's good enough to play, he will play for Liverpool Football Club. But equally, young players, you see them going abroad now. That's what maybe a lot of youngsters have to do, because if you want to play at a big club in England, you've got to be absolutely ready and you've got to displace world-class players a lot of the time. And right now, Dom Slanky isn't there, but he could get there, he might get there. And listen, as far as developing young players go, is there a better manager in football than Jurgen Klopp to develop this? I mean, look at even just the last year. Let's look at the last year and a half. Joe Gomez is now a centre-back for Liverpool Football Club. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a right-back. We saw the emergence of Curtis Jones in the pre-season and stuff like that. So it's not like he's not giving youngsters an opportunity. He's got to displace an absolutely world-class striker in Roberto Firmino. It's, you know, something like 104 goals. You know, the front three have scored over the last, you know, season and a bit or something like that. I mean, it's ridiculous. I can't remember, you know, there's a lot of goals, you know what I mean? I disregard the 104 that front three have scored. And until he starts scoring goals, he's not going to be able to break into that front three. And that is a fact of life. That is what you want as a Liverpool fan. You want your front three scoring goals all the time and keeping the players out from behind. Because if you happen to get into a constant rotation, no one's scoring the goals. But I do get it from AD Boothroyd's point of view. But why single Solanke out? There's so many other players that you could have talked about. Simon Mignolet is actually withdrawn from the Belgian squad with an injury. So Adam Lallana yesterday, Simon Mignolet this time, but he's expected to be fit when league play resumes. Is this Raheem Sterling back injury? Who knows? Something must be going around. First, Adam Lallana withdraws from the England squad, citing a groin injury, only to then turn around and claim he'll be fit when the domestic play resumes. Now Mignolet's done the same, withdrawing from the Belgium national team, only to declare himself fit for Liverpool's return to action. I imagine that a game that he's going to be looking at and pinpointing for his first start of the season will be Chelsea in the League Cup, and he needs to be fit for that one, doesn't he? I don't imagine that Liverpool have told their backup goalkeeper to come back off international duty, because quite frankly, there's more important players that you'd be telling to come back than him. But you know, hopefully it's not a bad injury. We do need him as a number 2 this season, in case anything catastrophic goes wrong with Alisson. I'll move on then. Looks like Fabinho could be in line for a start. They did a training session yesterday, and the manager put bibs on the teams, on the players that I think will be in the starting 11. So at BGT_ing Brazil Global Tour, I've tweeted this is possibly the side. Now, interestingly, Firmino starts up top ahead of Gabriel Jesus. I don't know if he's in the squad. Neymar, Costa, Coutinho in midfield. Fred from Manchester United in midfield. Casemiro's the DM. Fabinho right back. A little bit strange, this one, even that he just went into the national squad, to be honest with you, because he's not played football. They obviously, you know, didn't have the best World Cup in the world. And then now he's back in the squad without playing any minutes in professional football. And then he's thrown in at right back. A little bit strange, but we know he can play right back. And maybe it's good for Liverpool, this one, apart from the travelling. Maybe it is good to just get him some proper competitive minutes under the belt. Let us know your thoughts on that one in the comment section below. A little bit of a shout out to Liverpool Football Club. They've done something majorly right, and I'm on the Echo's website now. They have put out the prices for the Carabao Cup game against Chelsea. And listen, they've done it the right way. I mean, let's have a look at some of the ticket prices. Adult prices are capped at 30 quid, the most expensive in the main stand. The Cop itself, the highest Cop ticket is 22 quid for an adult. The lowest Cop ticket is £16 for an adult. Over 65 capped at 22.50. Junior, all £5 for junior. Young adult capped at 15 quid for the main stand. A tenner or 11 quid, 9.50, 8 quid for the Cop. So absolutely brilliant. And you know, friends of ours, the Spirits of Shankly Union, have praised Liverpool Football Club for it as well. Hopefully this is going to be a sellout. I think the other thing is a lot of people tick the Auto Cup scheme. Certainly we do. And to find out that you're not getting charged 50 quid for a third round or fourth round, whatever it is, Carabao Cup game is really good to see, you know, because they're taking the money regardless. We've all signed up for it. So it's nice that Liverpool just haven't taken the mickey on this one. And it's really nice that you maybe get some more youngsters into the ground. Those junior tickets are really cheap. Some young adult prices are really affordable, and the adult prices and the over 65s are affordable as well. Liverpool taking a really strong position on this, and we'll see where this goes. But really, just a well done to Liverpool Football Club from everyone at the Redmen TV. It's really nice to see a club swimming against the crowd sometimes, and you know, swimming against the tide. Really great to see. So well done, Liverpool Football Club. Lallana has named his return date. This is an Empire of the Cop one. He says he'll be back by the end of September. This lad's just had injury problem after injury problem after injury problem, hasn't he, for us over the last sort of 18 months. And, you know, I really like him as a player. I think he's 30 years old now. I worry about his fitness. I think a lot of Liverpool fans do worry about his fitness. But it'd be great to see if he could get a run of games, because he could be an important asset for us this season. Midfielder, not quite in the same vein as the other midfielders we've got, so he could give us something a little bit different. Maybe unlock a defence when we're playing against the low block sides, and, you know, just give us that sort of different angle into the attacking third. He's a clever player. He likes to press. He understands Jurgen Klopp's system. Hopefully he can sort his fitness issues out and be back fit and firing for Liverpool, hopefully by the end of September. So it is comments time. I'm going to go to one Mr. Simon Fletcher for the first comment. Let's go, mate.
So Hyper CT 150 says, if we sign Rabiot, our midfield will be the best in the league.
Is he that good? Is he that good? Like, I mean, is PSG on a team that I watch apart from when they're in the Champions League? So I've not really done any research into him, but, you know, our midfield at the moment's looking pretty stupendous, isn't it? Not a word that I thought I'd say on today's show is stupendous, but it is. And I'm really pleased with the midfield, and, you know, judging by your reaction and judging by what I've seen on social media so far, every Liverpool fan seems to want him. I've not really seen anyone that goes, oh, he's crap, which is a bonus, because there's always a crier somewhere talking about how rubbish a player is, even when they're world class. So yeah, that's great to see. Next one, mate.
Someone with a Gaelic name that I'm not going to try and pronounce says, Rabiot is a quality player, but I still think we need a more creative midfielder like Isco. And Moni Sada says we need an attacking midfielder for Kier or Leon Bailey.
Yeah, maybe, listen, in 12 months' time, maybe we'll have our attacking midfielder back, and, you know, maybe Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain will come back from his injury and be able to play in that position for us. I know it's not your sort of atypical attacking midfielder, Alex, because he likes to sort of run from deep, but yeah, listen, I couldn't comment on Rabiot because it's not a player that I've watched extensively. So, yeah, I couldn't comment on him. I think we do need an attacking midfielder. I just wonder whether someone like an Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain could fill that void when he is back. We're talking about next season anyway, and I imagine that the Ox will be back for next season. Next one, mate.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of comments after you said, is Rabiot that good? We've got Sud Hadi Banerjee says, Rabiot isn't that good. He's good if we get him on a free. And then Sidney Fisher, the same, said Rabiot isn't that good.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't think he was like a superstar of that side. Jordan Marshall says Rabiot seems bang average to me. What the flip? Subhadip Banjiri says Leon Bailey is a wannabe Salah, replying to one of the earlier comments. Just take the L and release Lazar Markovic. He's a something or other, says Latimere 28. Kieran McHugh says, what do you think, Chris? Lallana and Milner out Rabiot for Kieran next summer. I said it pretty much all summer long after he failed the medical. I don't see Liverpool going back in for him. I could be wrong, of course I could be wrong on that one, but failing a medical is not something that you want. He'll be a year older. Maybe he gets this through this season. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't have that operation that Liverpool thought that he needed. Maybe he has the operation that Liverpool thought he needed. It just seems a mad risk. And you never know what happens in a year. A year in football's a long time. Could prove himself to be rubbish, and we might have dodged the bullet. We've done that many a time in the past where we thought, oh my word, we need to sign this player, and then he signs for somebody else, and we go, whoo, so glad we didn't sign him.
So I've got a couple on Solanke. So Latimer 28 says Solanke to go on loan to the Championship like Tammy Abraham.
I don't want him to go to the Championship. I think he's better than that personally. I'd like to see him go to a Premier League side first and foremost and see what he can do in this league. I think, you know, we looked at him and Danny Ings last season, and quite frankly, there wasn't too much difference between the level of both of them. Danny Ings has obviously gone on loan to Southampton, scored I think it's 2 and 4, one of them against Everton, and he's looking really good. I'd hope that Dom Solanke could do exactly the same in a Premier League side if the team is built around how he likes to play football. So personally, I'd hold out, but you know it's not going to happen now anyway. I think our attacking options are set for the season. I think Dom Solanke is going to be probably third choice behind Daniel Sturridge and behind Roberto Firmino, and then maybe you might see the emergence of Ryan Brewster back end of the season. While we're on the Ryan Brewster stuff as well, there was some reports coming out yesterday that he sustained problems in his return to fitness. The Echo have poo-pooed that for everybody. He was expected to be back in training by September. There's no complications. It's just taken a little bit longer than they thought. There's no extra injury, no other extra problems or anything like that. The recovery's just taken a little bit longer. It would have been wishful thinking to think he'd be back in the first team this year anyway. It looks like he might be in and around the first team and training properly around the turn of the new year, the end of December time, so we might see him back in. Cameron Hazelwood, thank you for the green super chat. Hey, come from Australia to Europe in November to December. Prices for Champions League tickets are expensive. Is it worth it? Thoughts on new centre-back? Joe Gomez is an outstanding new centre-back, first and foremost, and it's absolutely worth going to a Champions League game at Anfield if you can, and an away game if you can as well. Yeah, if you can get in for a game, like, it's just boss, mate. And it's not going to be the same as, you know, the last rounds of the Champions League, because it's just not. But there is something inherently special about being in Anfield under the lights at Christmas time, and you know, at any time, just being at Anfield's it's a special place, you know what I mean? We always say, like, it's our sort of special place, and that, and it really is. It's an incredible feeling being with so many of your brethren who live, breathe, support Liverpool Football Club in exactly the same way that you do. It's what I love about going to Anfield. I love the singing, I love the shouting, I love feeling like I'm part of something bigger than just me. It's why I go. If I supported another team in another ground, I might not be as in love with football, because there is just something so special about Anfield. So do, if you can afford it, get over there, get into Anfield, support the team that you love, mate. So there we go. That's been the Daily News Show for today. It's been an absolute pleasure once again. But back tomorrow, hopefully, with another edition of the Daily News, and hopefully some more rumours and stuff to talk about. But thank you very much, of course. And while I forgot to mention, you know, the Rabiot stuff, we did a Reds News Roundup yesterday on the redmentv.com, 45 minutes to an hour, I think it was, talking about the rumour of Adrian Rabiot. And I wasn't on that show, so the lads who did that show, either Steve, first of all, watches football from every region, so he knows what he's talking about. Paul was on that show as well. They'll have done their research into Rabiot, and they'll give you some great conversation. And if you want to know a little bit more about him, do check out the redmentv.com. Don't forget to like the video. If you're here, help us get to 300,000 subscribers. If you haven't already subscribed, please do it now. Really want to get 300,000. Keep those suggestions coming in for what we could do as a celebration video if we hit the 300,000 subscriber mark. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.